I have a feeling just looking at this artist that there's going to be a lot of soul and passion in this next one. But I don't know. Hey everybody, welcome to the Ultimate YouTube channel. It's your girl, Rosalie. This is so freaking powerful. Guess what time it is? Let's keep this short and simple, but I had to come on here. So often we're stuck in our own little world, but it's all so much bigger than we realize. Matt Corby is an Australian singer-songwriter. Today's shout-out goes to someone who asked that I check out Matt Corby's song, Brother, the live version. Live for like a version. I have a feeling this is going to be profound for some reason, just looking at the dude. Hearing a song called Brother. Is this about brother in arms, the military veterans? Is this about family members, love, relationship? I don't know, but I have brothers, and naturally it brings up thoughts, feelings, and memories within me. What comes to your mind? Let's dive in and find out. Is this going to be as profound as I think it might be? His eyes. You can tell this is an artist, starting like this alone.
Sleep now under my skin, mate. Show you try to conjure the wind and ease my mind.
His voice is phenomenal. Ooh, watch how he just opened his voice there. Moves his mouth to the side a bit as he's vocalizing. Oh, that subtle vibrato on those higher notes.
Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name.
That run.
Hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. Oh, you couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame. You cower in the corner, confide in your father. Let it out and say,
Oh,
let it pass away.
oh, the subtle grit and rasp right there. And the flow of how he's finger picking that guitar.
Sleep now under my skin, mate. Show you try to conjure the wind and ease my mind.
Oh, the way he opens up here. Bringing that crescendo in with just guitar and vocals alone.
Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name. Oh, hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. Oh, you couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame. You cower in the corner, confide in your father.
That rasp.
Let it out and say, you
Oh.
cower in the corner, confide in your father. Let it pass away.
Oh, that run. That switch between the grit and the soft, angelic high vocals. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he can sing. Sang.
Wait there, pull yourself out of this state, dear. Acknowledge that you were fake here. From there on, you might just grow. Somebody call onto your hiding under the covers with no one else to blame.
Taking us on this whole ride.
You couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame. Oh, somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name. Oh,
Taking us on one last wave, one more time. That crescendo again.
hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. Oh, you couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame. Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name. Whoa. Hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. Whoa.
It's like wailing.
You couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were fucked up by the blame.
Wow. 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 I'm mesmerized by his voice alone. His voice alone and what he was doing there was phenomenal. From those high notes, the rasp, the grit, the crescendo he brought in with guitar and vocals alone. Beautifully finger picking, strumming, just beautifully mastering that acoustic guitar with soul, so much soul, just the guitar playing alone. That's not easy to then now sing with. What an artist. And the lyrics are powerful. Even though that chorus kept tagging and it felt like that was kind of the main focus that he kept going back to, he did so much with his voice that made it this full ride. From singing it softly and hitting those high notes with beautiful precision to going down into the low notes, adding rasp and grit to the point of screaming. The beautiful thing about music and why it's so powerful and psychologically connected is that in addition to it sounding beautiful and intriguing us because we appreciate beautiful, powerful, and strong things, is the emotion it can evoke from the way that it makes us feel when someone is singing higher notes versus lower notes, the softer and more airy towards the grit and the rasp and the vibrato, to the fact that he's almost screaming, which makes us feel the suffering and the pain of these lyrics. Absolute masterpiece, really wailing. The way that he screamed and sang those notes in the end fit so well to what the lyrics are speaking of and fits so well to a human experience I think many of us can relate. When you have nothing left but pain, regret, and hurt. And that emotion in itself and deep human suffering is so painful that sometimes only singing it like this will do it justice to really convey the emotion. Sleep now under my skin. Make sure you'll try to. Conjure the wind and ease my mind. It's almost like you're trying to help somebody rest and find refuge and ease their mind or ease my own mind. But when I ask somebody to ease my mind, it's because I'm in distress. And for someone to sleep under my skin would almost be like you're trying to find rest or you're trying to help them find rest. But under your skin is the closest, most intimate place that you could be. But also the idea of something being under your skin or getting under your skin is because it impacts you, it affects you. When I say this got under my skin, it means it really got to me. I couldn't hold it away at arm's length. It didn't just stay out here. It got under my skin, deep inside. It affected me. I can't deny that. Ease my mind. Conjure the wind, ease my mind. Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out your name, hiding under the covers with no one else to blame. You couldn't help out your own neighbor. You couldn't tell it to his face. You were effed up by the blame. The lyrics are painful and raw, but general enough that to me it could mean different things. It could mean someone who has lost a friend, a loved one, a brother, a friend to suicide, perhaps a friend who was hurting, who couldn't even tell their neighbor, couldn't reach out for anyone for help, hiding under the covers, no one else to blame. There was nothing left to do. Or that there was someone who was in need, but now the people left behind, that brother, that friend that was supposed to do something to help this person who couldn't even help their own neighbor, now carries the blame of losing their brother, the person that was hurting. You cower in the corner, confide in your father, let it out and say, let it pass away. Sleep now under my skin, make sure you try to. Somebody call out to your brother, and that kept tagging and continuing. Wait there, pull yourself out of this state, dear. Acknowledge you were a fake here. From there on, you might just grow. Also, these lyrics of fake, pull yourself out of this state. You might just grow. Somebody call out to your brother. It also makes me wonder if it's calling out the human tendency for us to be hypocrites, for us to not help our neighbor, not help those who are in need, and living with that shame, living with regret, with being messed up by the blame, that we carry responsibility when we are cowering in the corner, when we hide under the blanket, when we know somebody is hurting, trying to confide in somebody, they're hurting, but nobody's there to help. I feel like this could be taken different ways, but I feel like the rawness of the song conveyed pain. Whichever way the story goes, it makes it personal to many people in various ways. And that's what's also very good about this songwriting, is that it's not so particular, which there's a place and time for that too, of course, but the song is not so particular in its thematic that it's just one specific scenario. I feel like it's more thematic, and it translates to many of our lives where we carry a certain shame, or we are messed up by blame of the things we didn't or didn't do. We did or didn't do. So much raw pain in this song, but powerful performance. And I had no idea who Matt Corby is, but he is an amazing singer and songwriter. Whew, what do you think? Hey, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next ride. Hey, y'all.